welcome back to the channel. Breaking away from the Triumph build just for one video. I've done this a couple of times. It does actually help me move on to the next stage, do some research, etc. As I've said in previous videos, I'm really enjoying working on this bike and so grateful to have the opportunity. Obviously we've still got a fair way to go. The end is in sight. It's getting more and more each episode. We get a bit more done. Obviously I need to look forward from this project and on to the next project and what other jobs are coming up. Obviously I'm always on the lookout for future projects, stuff I can work on. I regularly have a look through eBay, but I thought I'd actually ask you people that watch my videos, a lot of you that know me, obviously I'm UK based, if anybody has got an old project that they've lost interest in, something that's been buried in a garden, rusty, not beyond repair, let me know. I'm always on the lookout. If it's something you just want to get rid of, you know, I'm looking for as cheap as possible projects for future videos and future learning. As I say, I'm self-financed. I don't have a great deal of cash, so cheap as cheap can be, really. I'm not really worried what it is, what size it is, what engine it is. It can be anything as long as it's a cheap project that's easy enough to do. Scooters, not too bad, but as I say, a lot of plastics on those, which can be expensive. But like I say, if anybody's got anything, leave a comment in the comments box below. There's a link in the description to my Facebook page. Pop across there, you can leave me a message, you can private message me if you prefer. Obviously the problem I have, I need the bike as close to where I am in Sussex as possible, because I don't have any transport other than bikes, so it is difficult for me to actually get projects in. I mean, I've still got work left to do. Obviously once this Triumph is done, that's out of the way, we're back on the Z650. I still need to work out the problems with that, so that's an ongoing thing. We will be revisiting the Z650. I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, well, you've just left it to one side. At the moment I just wanted to get this Triumph project done and I can get this back to its owners. I don't want to rush it, but I've still got to think of future projects that I've got. So obviously we've got the Z650, we've got the Z1170 big bore engine, which is sitting behind me. That's got to be finished, and the frame is just above me. That is an ongoing, long running project. I will do bits at a time. I'll keep revisiting it. There is no rush on that one. The Z650, I'd like to get that finished, get that painted, so I can get it out on the road, ride it, and more than likely it will probably be sold, and that will fund another build. The ST1100, that's my daily rider. There's a few bits to do on that, so that will be coming back in at a later date. Obviously the trusty booster, everybody loves the booster. There's bits to do on that as well. It hasn't been out for some time, it still needs an MOT. That probably won't go out until now next year. I'm still deliberating whether to actually paint the wheels in the same colour scheme that the bodywork is done, either with a black trim or a chrome rim. Undecided on that, but that will be coming back at some stage. Still got the Varadero as well to come back. That's still sitting in storage. That has now decided it doesn't want to start at all, so I'm working on that away when I can. But going back to a future project, I'd love to hear from anybody that's got something they just don't want or they've given up on. As I said, as long as it's cheap, I don't have a great deal of cash. Obviously I've got to think about parts and whatever I need for it. If it's local, great, but let me know. That will be fantastic if anybody knows of a cheap or free project. But it's just a short one, basically just to say where I'm at the moment, what's going on. So the Triumph build is going really well. I'm really pleased with how it's going. So it's a learning process, learning as I go. I learn as I go on every single project I work on. Obviously, a lot of you remember the Mini Moto project. That was so fun to do. That was great. Obviously, the Booster project, great project. People love that bike. The ST, as I say, will be coming back. There's a few bits to do on that. It's started to develop now an exhaust blow. It needs a full service. I need to check the swing arm, so the back end will come out. We'll have a look at the swing arm, see if it needs repairing. And I still want to get back into the actual dash shelf for the ST, so that should be quite a good one. I've got the plans, I've got the metal, just need to get in and do that one. As I say, the 1170 project, that will be ongoing, long running. There's so much to do on that. It's just bare bones at the moment. I don't know what style I want to go with, what bodywork, tank. I did have the curved tank, which is behind me. Do I go for a GPZ style, later a Unitrack tank? I don't know. So that will be appearing every so often. But as I say, once the Triumph's done, back onto the Z650, get that sorted, get that painted, get that finished. But that was basically it. It's just, and a big thank you to everybody that supported me and followed me. I try and keep the videos as interesting as possible. I love as much feedback as possible. I do understand that sometimes things take me a little bit longer than expected, so the videos can go on longer. I think I've learnt more with this Triumph build of how to actually do the videos, the length of the videos, and how much information I can get into the videos. I do skip stuff out, and that tends to be the stuff that people actually pick up on. So I'm going to try and include more info of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and go through the stages, but try and quicken it up slightly. Maybe make the videos a little bit longer, but get that information in there. So again, this is feedback I'm getting from people that watch me, subscribers, which means a lot. I get a lot of info from my patrons. A big thank you to my patrons. Again, there's a link in the description for anybody that wants to help support the channel. If you're not interested in a long-term support of the channel, there's a link to a tip cup where you can just drop £1 into my tip cup for an episode or something you've liked, one off. That's down to you of size of donation. All the money goes back into my channel. It is to buy parts and everything I need to keep this channel running. Next episode we'll be back on the Triumph. We'll get some more done and then move from the front of the bike to the back of the bike, going through everything, checking everything and making sure that everything is working as it should, doesn't need replacing, and cleaning as I go. So lots more coming up on the channel. As I say, comments in the comments box below. It helps me so much, it really does. I don't think some people understand how much the comments help me. You see things I don't see sometimes, which is great. You know, it's always best for somebody that's on the outside looking in rather than me doing the work. I may miss something, and as I say, it's all part of learning, and that's what this channel has always been about: learning, having a go. You're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes. I've done plenty of them. Admit your mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and then move on. Use as much information as you can. Websites, forums, manuals, anything. There's so much information out there. I've used a lot. Other YouTubers, you know, I've contacted them, or I've talked to them, or I've watched their videos. It really, really helps. Like I said, there aren't that many people that are doing triumphs or have done triumphs. There's only 3, maybe 4 tops. So that's been slightly harder. I really, really enjoy doing these videos and working on my bikes. It is my release. It is my sort of escape from reality, so to say. And I want to keep doing this and moving forward. But obviously a lot of it, I need your help. What bikes would you like to see within reason? You know, I can't afford the big expensive bikes. I know I've got a Busa. I bought that a long time ago as a daily rider. It's been used a lot. So I was able to do it because I have it. Z650 was a cheap buy. So was the Z1000. Very, couple of £100, literally. And obviously you've seen the work I've had to do, strip everything down. I don't mind that. That's all part of the enjoyment. But as I say, if anybody's got any projects or know of any projects, as I say, really, really cheap or free, don't want, lost interest, let me know. I really, really appreciate it. Obviously this video will be up for some time, so people can contact me even into the future. I'll always be looking for other projects. I want to try and turn this channel into, other than working on my own bikes, start working on projects that I bring in that I can sell off, and then that will fund the next one. Obviously the Triumph is a really, really big exception. That was, as I say, it's for Pippa and Ian, who are friends of Nick and Sadie, so thanks Nick and Sadie. And that is to help that family out, and that's what I want to do by finishing this project and getting this bike rebuilt. You know, which will mean a lot to them, and it means a lot to me. So that's probably the one exception where I'll work on other people's bikes. Other than that, it would just be projects I bring in, work on, finish and sell up. So as I say, any help will be greatly appreciated. As I say, let me know. You can either leave a comment in the comments box below, or pop across to my Facebook page, or private message me, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'll leave links to other videos at the end of the video. As always, appreciate your support and thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.